can I talk to you quickly about Owl House?
Sure, of course.
I've seen from, I think I left off at episode like 10 or something. I'm now on
Last
episode
time,
18.
Yep.
And what I want to talk to you about is I want to talk about Grom.
Yep.
I want to talk about Amity.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about the fact that Amity's kind of a bad person. I get that you might be your favorite character. Okay, here's my thing. So there's the episode where they're doing the memory editing,
Yeah,
right?
where they're just lobotomizing Willow.
Where they're just lobotomizing Willow, and they're like, hey, Amity, so they're like, it gets revealed that like Amity stopped hanging out with Willow because her parents were like, you can't hang out with that slovenly trash, right? And so Amity just starts like, stops hanging out with Willow. It's like, we can't hang out anymore. And it's like, she's like, Willow's like, oh, because I can't use magic? And she's like, yeah, I guess that works. I said, hey,
tell her the truth.
tell her the fucking, it's so easy to tell the truth, Amity. And then she just lets her friends bully Willow for years.
That's true.
What?
That's true.
I'm sorry that your parents put you in this fucking disadvantageous situation and you stopped being friends with Willow because they said they would get her expelled from Hexside.
Yeah.
Tell her the truth and then also defend her. Just don't bring her over anymore.
Yeah.
You can hang out with her at school. Who cares? Just don't bring her over to the house.
Yeah, that's fair. You're making a lot of really good points I didn't consider.
Right?
If I were to counter, it would be that I guess maybe after that interaction with her parents, where her parents are like, yeah, like, we don't associate with the help. And if you do, then you're going to get her and yourself kicked out of Hexside or whatever. Maybe then Amity starts just like, anytime she sees Willow, it like reminds her that her parents like don't really approve of like her own choices and stuff.
Yeah.
So then it's like Willow just becomes this lightning rod of like Amity's disdain. I do agree. Just be like, my parents told me not to hang out with you.
Yeah. I've told people that before.
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely.
Parents are real.
Yeah, I mean, I invited a kid over. He kept stealing shit from my house. And
That'll do it.
He was like, let's hang out. And I was like, fucking, we simply can't.
Yeah. You can't be stealing
stole our
things.
camera.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that's an interesting point, though. Yeah. How'd you feel about Grom? That's like the first big episode of the Outhouse.
That was awesome. I thought it was kind of, obviously, I predicted the second that Amity and Lou started talking to each other, I was like, oh, we're doing enemies to lovers here. And that's exactly what we're doing. Enemies to lovers. And Grom is kind of the kickoff point for that, but Luz is like very unaware that Amity is like head over heels in love with her, right? Fun episode. I think it kind of like it shirked a lot of the conversation points I would have like. I think it's cool to me that like Luz is addressing the fear of like talking to her mother, and she's like telling her mom. Like I really liked the part where like she like texts her mom and she's like, actually today was really difficult. I thought that was really cool. And it's like a really good lesson about like not avoiding your problems and like allowing your parents to be into your life. I like that there's a little like who's writing letters to her mom. Like that was kind of cool. I liked that. It was fun. It was probably my favorite episode thus far, I'd say. Like cool combat. The Grom is a cool monster.
Yeah.
I don't love, like I told you when we talked about this like last episode where I was like, oh, I didn't want this to become another magical school show. Because I was afraid once like Luz went to Hexside, we were going to lose King and Ida.
Yeah.
And we have a little bit, but I do appreciate that this show, kind of like Squid Game Season 2, is giving us both the things that like the audience wants. Like people want magic school, but people also love like the home life of Luz and her interactions with Ida and King. And kind of like how Squid Games is giving us the world building while also giving us the games again. I think that has been a really good way to like branch her into Hexside.
Yeah.
So Grom was, why? Why do you ask?
Because it's the best episode you've watched so far.
Yeah.
Like, just objectively. It also, like, the animation just, like, kicks into gear, like, out of nowhere during the, like, dance fight, which is very cool.
The dance, I forgot about the dance fight.
Yeah.
I literally wrote it. I said, big fan of the Grom dance battle. That was awesome. I also wrote that Hootie deserves Gus's interview.
Yeah.
When Gus came over and he was like, do I interview King or Ida? And he was like, I'm going to fucking interview the owl.
Yeah.
The sentient owl. 100%.
He's earned it. Hootie's the best character, still.
Hootie is the best. Every time he throws something up, I kick my feet and I chuckle. Like, it gets me every time.
Yeah. He's really funny. The season finale is like a two-parter, and it's like, I'm pretty sure it's 19 and 20. And that's like way better than Grom. Like from this point on, the Owl House is now an actually great show. And
I've enjoyed everything up to this.
No. It gets better and better. You like genuinely, legitimately do not understand what you're in for. It's like when people talk about One Piece.
Well, I've enjoyed.
No,
I'm telling you, I've enjoyed.
No, you have.
Like I've been watching it of my own volition.
No,
okay,
no,
you're right.
no.
I'm wrong.
You don't know. You just don't know. It's like when you are telling someone to get into One Piece, and they're like, I don't know, the art style is bad, and like it's so long, and I don't care about pirates. And then you get into it, and you like don't even realize it's happening. But by the time you get to Alabasta, you're like, this is like the best thing I've ever read. Owl House is like that. When you get to season 2, you're gonna become me. And when people are like, yeah, it's a good show, I'm on like episode 7. You're like, no, it's a fucking terrible show.
Yeah.
Until blank.
That's why I don't know. I feel like I'm enjoying it, and I'll just continue to enjoy it most likely.
Not as much as you will.
You're also the person with like the polarizing views, like, oh, they rushed it. I can't believe they canceled it. Season 3's a travesty.
That's not polarizing. Season 3's the best media ever. It just got canceled. They wanted 5 seasons and they canceled it at 3, but they wrapped it up. And season 3 is just banger after banger of those last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It's 3 1-hour episodes and they all rule.
That's fun. I'm excited. I also wrote, I said Boscha needs a bullet in the brain.
Yeah, boy does she.
Yeah.
Boy does she. I fucking hate Boscha.
There's no character arc or anything. Like her friends are leaving her and she's just like, I'm just gonna be a bitch.
She's not popular enough to be this bitchy. They do like a little tournament. No one shows up to see except Gus.
Very fair. Didn't even realize that. Gus literally had to multiply himself to fill the stands.
Yeah.
But that being said, Principal Bump is walking beyond and they're like, oh, everyone lets Boscha get away with murder. And Principal Bump's like, oh, she's murdering now? Well, I don't approve, but at least she's trying new things. If the principal says you can kill people, she's popular.
Yeah, that's true.
She's the final boss of the entire show. Cool. Do we want to talk about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Okay. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I figured the internet's response to that was going to be like fury.
Really?
I figured it was going to be like what? Okay. I haven't seen all of Super. I've seen some of Super, and I know how Super begins. Super begins with Beerus pulling up on Earth and just dog walking like Bulma, just fucking slapping the shit out of her. And Vegeta, who's desperately in love with his wife, reaches as far into his fucking bag as he can. He's like, I have to beat this purple fucking rabbit because he just disrespected my wife, and I will not let anybody disrespect my wife. And you know what he does? You know what he does, Dan? You want to know what he does, Dan?
He goes like Super Saiyan 2, right?
He goes Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Why doesn't he go to Super Saiyan 3?
That's so interesting. Wow, what a bad retcon. That's the problem making all these fucking shows between Z and like before Super
just
and shit.
Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
Or give him a new form or something. Use filler logic. Filler logic in Naruto always dictates you can give somebody a new form, they just have to lose it.
Yeah.
They just have to lose it eventually.
Yeah, give him rainbow aura or whatever.
Give him
yeah.
a different bullshit Rasengan that's for some reason more powerful against this foe and he'll never use it again.
Yeah.
But he has Super Saiyan 3 as a baby. Why?
Yeah, how do you feel about what it looks like?
It's
a
kid using Super Saiyan 3. It just looks like Gotenks.
No, but it doesn't, is my beef.
I mean, he doesn't have Gotenks' fit on.
No, it looks like Gohan Beast, where it looks like number 4 from the Dragon Ball parody.
Yeah.
Where it's just his hair. It's Super Saiyan 1 or 2. Bigger. It's not like the mullet that Goku gets.
I gotta
look it up.
I gotta look it up now.
I'm ready to admit I'm just from like Z on. I'm just a Dragon Ball hater.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god.
I'm just a hater.
He doesn't even have the little. He doesn't have the little thingy.
No, he's got nothing. He just has no eyebrows. And people are like, oh well, I kind of like the idea that like everyone's Super Saiyan 3 form looks different, except it just doesn't because Gotenks fucking looks like Goku.
Yeah, to a T.
And then what?
To a T.
Oh, I think he said Tucci.
Yeah.
It's like Stanley?
Yes, absolutely.
And then I know people are going to say, be like, bro would just be yapping and complaining if it looked like Goku's and being mad that it looks like Goku's. I just want transformations to look different. I'm sick of all these fucking transformations where I have to honestly like think hard about like, is that 3 or is that 2? Because there's some lightning.
Yeah.
Like, I can't discern Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta.
You know what's kind of also crazy? Have you seen Vegeta's Ultra Ego form?
Yeah, it's purple. And also just his regular Super Saiyan form.
Yeah, but like he also kind of loses his eyebrows in it. Like it's just kind of like he kind of just looks like Ultra Ego. Like right, like he loses his eyebrows. Like it just looks like Ultra Ego, but with like longer, like blonde hair.
Yeah. It also here I got notes. It's also just like these transformations. I hate when something will do a transformation and not also give him a new move.
Yeah,
because like what's the excitement about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta? If they don't give him like, like nuclear final flash or something.
If he's just final flashing a little bit harder, and I have to know that.
Yeah, exactly. I have to know that. I wrote, let me see. Okay, in order of notes, I wrote, cool, would have been really fun to try and follow along with this math problem, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Because same thing with the cups and stuff. Anytime they do like a little like mental challenge, I'm like, oh, I'm going to try and see if I can figure this out. And then they're like, oh, actually, it's silly and impossible. And we're going to cut away.
Quadrillion fucking, and then for some reason, Majin Ku can do it.
I liked that Majin Ku helped. I wrote that because then it's like, at least he wasn't a complete waste of time. It's like one smart.
Well, he also got chocolate.
And he got chocolate. Yeah. This show this is the worst show. I wrote, don't want to like give Vegeta a cool speech or motivation to turn into Super Saiyan 3 or anything.
Yeah.
He's just like...
Are we assuming that he wouldn't have been able to win that fight in Super Saiyan 2? Is that what we're trying to establish here?
I guess that's the bit, but this isn't like even a fight to the death.
Are we also establishing the fact that Vegeta got angrier while battling against a Tamagami in the fucking second demon world that he did while battling against Beerus as an adult?
That's what I'm saying. Or like Majin Buu or like Super Buu. It's like, and then Goku's like, whoa, when could you do that? And Bulma's like, he's been training a lot off screen. And it's like, all right, whatever. Cool. I'm glad nothing means anything. And this show is just like being written by children. I wrote Vegeta kicking the ocean in half was pretty rad.
Yeah.
That was rad.
That is. But like, cool. My God, stay out of the water. Like, he kept just swimming near the water, going, just fucking, like, just stay away from the Kraken. Yeah. It's stuck in the water.
Just be high.
Just fly.
Just fly. I wrote Gallic Gun looked good. Love that it turns the ocean purple. Mm-hmm. That was cool. It's like you see it going across the ocean and like the foreground ocean is purple because it's so bright and the background ocean is still green.
Yeah.
I wrote, I really like the biscuit puzzle because you could do it. Where he's like, if Johnny has 7 biscuits and he gives it to Glork, and then Vegeta goes, Bulma goes, Vegeta's no good at these types of problems. Mm-hmm. And I go, I kind of wish he was, considering he's a prince. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't he be like pretty smart?
He should probably be like loosely schooled.
Yeah. You know what I also realized? Mm-hmm. Also, before you're like, well, they're a warrior race. Even Genghis Khan was smart, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It was smart enough to do arithmetic.
Yeah, Vegeta's name is Vegeta, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Because his dad is King Vegeta.
Yeah. King is in his first name. They don't have first names.
No,
I
know.
Names.
But Trunks must have a last name. So is Trunks' name Trunks Vegeta?
No.
No? I'm going to look up what Trunks' last name.
Well, by that logic, Gohan's name would be Gohan Goku. I mean, they might have, what's Bulma's last name? Capsule?
Apparently his last name is Brief.
What? What? No.
Boxer Brief.
Vegeta Brief?
Yeah.
No.
Apparently. No. Well, apparently it's unknown if Saiyans have last names. Bulma's last name is Brief.
Oh, Bulma's last name is Brief.
And therefore Trunks
is Trunks
also
brief?
Yeah, because of boxer briefs.
Trunks Brief. That's funny. You know what? Listen, if Toriyama was great at one thing, it's names. Low-key, he goes crazy with names.
That is true. I wrote, Vegeta solves his biscuit puzzle.
Yeah.
And he's like, if all these biscuits do this, how many could the snake eat? Yeah. And then Vegeta goes, none, because snakes don't eat biscuits.
Yeah.
And I really wish the robot was like, okay, that's not right, but I like where your head's at. Here's the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, the way that was the only right answer, he was like, yeah, absolutely. And then everyone's like, Vegeta, how'd you know that? And he's like, we had snakes on planet Vegeta too. And I was like, did you try to feed him biscuits?
We have snakes here, and I don't know that shit.
I'm trying to feed a biscuit to a snake right now.
And then speaking of that, my last note is, shouldn't be surprised that there are snakes on planet Vegeta, considering that there are hamburgers in the 3rd demon world.
Yeah, it's just like fucking biology is standard across all planets.
Yeah, so it was, it's just more Daima, nothing better, nothing worse.
For me.
rank the season?
Yeah. No, just give me a 1 to 10 on the first season of Daima.
I guess this is
Yeah.
3. It's almost entirely unenjoyable.
That's wild. I'm gonna give it a solid 6.2.
This is like written by a child.
I didn't enjoy it at all. Like I didn't enjoy it at all.
Is it over?
Yes. Hopefully. Wait, hopefully.
I don't know.
It's gotta be. It simply has to be.
It's a fine place to leave it.
I would prefer if it was. I didn't hate it. It was appointment watching every single week, and by appointment I mean dentist appointment watching every single week. Where I was like, 22 minutes of my life I'm not gonna be able to get back. But like, there was a lot of fun. There's like fun fights. I guess it's kind of cool that Vegeta gets Super Saiyan 3.
It's fine. Well, here's the thing. Every new thing was a disappointment. Super Saiyan 3 is like, again, I'm like, how lazy can you be? It's just Super Saiyan 2 with like bigger hair. They don't even give him a different hairstyle. Majin Buu, both disappointing.
I hate that we're just doing Buu again. That to me.
And they're Cybermen. Why? You know? But it's like this. If this is a new property, a new show, it's like a 5.
Yeah.
It's Dragon Ball. Like, same with Marvel.
So you think that takes away from it?
Yeah, same with Marvel, where it's like a Spider-Man comes out and it's like, should be like a 6 out of 10. It's a 2 out of 10 because it fucking should be better with all the money you have and all the like decades of like fans making better shit than you. This cannot be the worst Dragon Ball thing to come out, including fan projects.
Did you see the announcement for the new Spider-Man show? It looks like it's AI animated, and everyone's like, "Oh, I like the new animation style." And I was like, "That is the worst looking animation I've ever seen in my entire." Everyone's like, "Oh, everyone hated on the idea of Into the Spider-Verse or like the Miles Morales saga's animation." I was like, "No, we knew that looked good.
Yeah,
like, that always looked good. This looks awful.
Yeah,
it looks so bad.
Looks real bad. I like the idea of it being like, oh, it's like from comic books. It looks like a webtoon that
It looks like they used mouth dubbing, like AI mouth dubbing to control their mouth. Like everyone's moving too slow and the mouths are moving too slow.
It looks like the worst parts of Invincible.
Yes.
Right? Like the background characters of Invincible.
Yeah.
And I love that people are like, oh, they're trying to go with this like comic book artistic thing. And it's like, it's definitely to save money. It's definitely like a budget thing.
100%. They want you to make that assessment for them. They want you to give them that out, but no, it's to save money. 100%. So yeah, Vegeta. I mean, for me, the fact that it's Dragon Ball actually adds a point.
Interesting.
Because I can be like,
if it was in dub, it'd add more.
Fair.
But because it's all sub, I've never watched Dragon Ball in sub, so it doesn't even feel like I'm not even like, oh, my lovable Vegeta's doing stuff. It's
That's
like,
very fair.
Who is
I would
this?
love to see Piccolo and Vegeta's baby voices.
Yeah, exactly.
That would make me happy.
That'd be better.
That's
but
fair.
it's just, everything about it is like a disappointment.
Yeah. So very excited. Whenever season 2 comes out, we're not watching it, and I think that's as good as we need to do with Daima there.